The year is 2020 and you're a regular person on your way home from your regular job. But as you walk through the city, you notice something strange. There's a massive storm cloud forming directly above one of the tall buildings nearby. It looks unnatural, with lightning crackling inside it and a yellow aura glowing around it. You stop for a minute, music, just to take a look when a bolt of lightning shoots down from the cloud and strikes you directly. That is the last moment of your regular life. You lie unconscious on the ground, but your body isn't resting. The lightning didn't just electrocute you, it connected you to something that exists outside of normal reality. Inside the lightning was a cosmic force older than the universe itself, known as the Speed Force. And now it's rewriting your biology at a molecular level. After just a few minutes, your body composition changes. Your heart is racing at hundreds of beats per minute, but it's not a heart attack. Music. Your cardiovascular system has rewired itself to be 10 times more efficient than any normal humans. Your body fat burns away, leaving you supermodel lean. You feel like there's electricity running just beneath your skin constantly, like a second nervous system. You're not a normal human anymore, and there's no going back. When you finally wake up in a hospital bed, for a second there, everything feels normal until you decide to step outside to go for a walk, and suddenly you're 3 blocks away. You reach for your apartment door and you're already inside before you realize you moved. Time itself has changed for you. The world around you slows down or stops entirely whenever you move. You have super speed, but right now it's much more of a curse than a blessing. This new time perception creates a form of psychological torture that's almost impossible to explain to anyone who hasn't experienced it. Every moment feels like waiting in line at the supermarket behind an elderly woman who wants to pay for $1,000 worth of groceries in pennies. From your perspective, everyone around you moves in agonizingly slow motion. Conversations that last 30 seconds for them feels like hours for you. You can see every micro expression, every move they make, and even count the individual blinks of their eyes. The patience required just to have a normal interaction with another human being is exhausting in ways you can't describe. Before we go any further, you need to understand what's actually happening when you run. Because super speed isn't just moving fast, it's a complete rewriting of physics as they apply to your body. When you run, you're not just accelerating to high speeds like a car on a highway. You're generating what scientists would call a speed force field around your body. This field does several things simultaneously. First, it reduces your mass relative to the space around you, which is why you can move without creating sonic booms that would shatter every window you pass. Second, it creates a protective barrier that prevents air friction from burning you alive or tearing your skin off. Third, and most importantly, it alters your personal time flow. From your perspective, you're moving at a normal pace. It's the world that slows down around you, but from everyone else's perspective, you're a blur. At your top speeds, you're moving faster than the human eye can process. Your reaction time has been enhanced to match your speed. You can process information and make decisions in microseconds. This is why you can run through a crowded street without hitting anyone. You're seeing and reacting to obstacles long before they become problems. Your brain has been rewired to handle the massive influx of sensory information that comes with moving at these speeds. The field also extends slightly beyond your body, which is why you can carry people without them experiencing the full force of your acceleration. When you grab someone and run, the field envelops them too, protecting them from the G-forces that would otherwise liquefy their internal organs. But this extension of the field drains your energy faster. Carrying even just one person significantly reduces your top speed and increases how much food you'll need to recover. When you're moving at high speeds, a few seconds of real time can feel like days or weeks to you. Daily life becomes almost impossible to maintain. You're thinking at speeds beyond sound while everyone around you is moving normally. Having the patience of a normal human now requires constant inhuman effort. But the loneliness is crushing. You spend months alone with your thoughts while mere minutes pass in the real world. This is literally solitary confinement, except you're experiencing it while surrounded by people. You're isolated inside your own perception of time, unable to connect with anyone who isn't moving at your speed, and sometimes you can't even connect with yourself.
But the psychological toll is only part of the problem. The hunger hits next, and it's unlike anything you've experienced as a normal human. That's because your body now burns calories at an absolutely absurd rate. You'll need to consume somewhere around 50 times your body weight in food every single day, just to maintain your powers and stay conscious. If you weigh 170 pounds, that's 8,500 pounds of food. 4 tons, roughly 4,250,000 calories per day. Eating only hot dogs would cost over $10,000 per day, or about $3.7 million per year. You don't really have money like that lying around. So, it looks like you're going to be using your powers to steal from a lot of grocery stores. Your extreme metabolism means that if you overuse your powers without proper nutrition, you'll simply faint. You'll be running across the city at super speed and suddenly wake up on the pavement blocks away with no memory of collapsing. Normal humans might grab lunch and be fine for 5 or 6 hours, but you'll need to eat multiple full meals just to run across town once. Now, you can't even leave your home without snacks, but that leads to other problems too. You can't hold down normal employment because you're constantly eating or dealing with the consequences of your powers. So, say goodbye to that regular person job of yours. Your body heals faster than normal humans, which sounds useful until you understand the horrifying catch. You don't heal correctly without immediate medical intervention. If you break a bone and don't get it set properly within minutes, your accelerated healing will lock the bone in whatever position it's in. Whether that's correct or not, you need medical intervention to set bones properly before your body starts repairing itself, which gives you an extremely narrow window. And doctors can't use anesthesia on you because your metabolism burns through it almost instantly. So any surgery becomes way more painful because you'll be conscious and feeling everything in slow motion. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect of your powers is this: your power acts more like a virus than a blessing. Sure, the energy you're connected to allows you to access its power, but in exchange, it uses you. It feeds on your emotions and experiences like you're some kind of sensory organ for a cosmic force. The more you use your powers, the more connected you become to this field, and the more you risk being absorbed into it entirely. And it's not a metaphor. There's a literal chance that if you run too fast, you'll be pulled into a dimensional realm where you lose your memories, your sense of self, your humanity, and transform into pure kinetic energy forever. The faster you run, the more your body begins converting to pure energy. Your physical form could start to break down at a molecular level. Every time you push your speed to save someone, you're gambling with your own existence. Given all of this, you might think about just not using your powers and trying to live a normal life. But here's the thing: you can't just not use them. The energy in your body creates a constant and almost unbearable urge to move. Sitting still almost feels physically painful. Walking at normal speed feels like you're dragging yourself through concrete. Your body needs to run. And fighting that impulse every moment of every day is exhausting. So you make a choice. If you're going to run anyway, you might as well do something with it. You start small, stop a robbery here, prevent a car accident there. It gives you an excuse to run, a justification for the thing your body is screaming at you to do constantly. You're not trying to be a hero. You're just trying to turn this curse into something that isn't completely self-destructive. But once you save your first life, it becomes harder to stop. The guilt of not helping when you could now becomes another weight on top of everything else. You continue to help people, and with your powers, it starts to feel easy. But you're not invincible. Extreme cold temperatures are now one of your worst fears because your speed is produced by heat buildup in atoms. When you're surrounded by intense cold, your body slows to a crawl. Your greatest strength becomes completely neutralized. Music. The cold almost temporarily stuns your healing capacity, making injuries far more dangerous. Any kind of attack on your senses exploits your enhanced perception and becomes agonizing. Your senses are already operating at superhuman levels, which means sensory overload can completely incapacitate you. Electric pulses can affect your inner ear, causing severe vertigo. You could even develop an absolute fear of using your powers and experience panic attacks whenever you try to run fast. Beyond all the physical vulnerabilities, your relationships will suffer in ways you couldn't possibly predict. When you're constantly moving faster than everyone else, genuine connection becomes nearly impossible.